16.
Yeah.
Were you aware of that?
No. Not at all.
It's 16.
Correct.
And so they're finding stuff on the computer that authoring that's implying a relationship with you. Almost like a love affair.
Well, I also read the same thing.
This is Jonathan Keelis, presenting himself to the world as a devoted uncle, shaken by his niece's disappearance. But investigators suspect him of something much darker. They believe that he executed his own pregnant niece to protect the illusion of the perfect husband and father.
No reason to have any of your DNA.
Nope. Nope, not at all. In fact, if anything, you guys took my DNA at the house, correct?
So, your DNA.
Nope.
So, if I were to tell you that I found some underwear that had your DNA in it, how would you explain it?
Right now, he's in the interrogation room, and in just a few moments, Keelis will try his best to convince the detectives that his relationship did not justify their suspicion of his having a hand in her demise.
Disappearance, and then and possibly being a dumpster. Is that where this is going right now?
On the morning of December the 19th, 2018, a 16-year-old student named Iyana Sawyer walked out of her Jacksonville, Florida high school and vanished. School security footage placed her leaving campus at around 11 a.m. 2 bags slung over her shoulder, packed with notebooks and personal items. She didn't tell a soul where she was headed. That grainy clip would turn out to be the last confirmed image of her alive. She is heading toward the local junkyard to meet her Jonathan Keelis and suspected lover. It's a routine trip, but fate has already spun a trap, and she's walking straight into it. This will be the last anyone will ever see or hear from her again. Iyana was 5 months pregnant when her family last heard from her, but she carries a heavy secret. Her baby daddy's identity is unknown, and she's never told a soul about him. Notwithstanding, they stand firmly by her side. Soon, the silence begins to stretch from hours into days, and their support curdles into panic. Detectives are scrambling to find her, and the very first people they turn to are Jonathan and his wife. What they don't yet know is that Iyana's parents have been quietly at odds with Jonathan for some time, a tension that, unknown to anyone present, may hold the key to everything.
Our communication with the family, I sent that message to all of them on December 5th. Okay. So that's how long it's been since I've even communicated with them. And then all of a sudden out the blue today, I'm getting all this here, you know, and so the only one that I do speak with is Blue Shirt. Yeah, I speak with her in
We wouldn't do no crazy like that anyway, first of all. You know
I
know. I used to be on the job too in New York. You know, I know you find crazy stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's just, but you know, we literally had her kids for summers. You know, summer at a time, and then weekends, all of them. And
Jonathan, meanwhile, is playing his part flawlessly, a devastated, loving uncle. And for now, the detectives are buying every second of it.
Been the first ones to grab her and bring her over.
Yeah, exactly.
We're posting stuff on our Facebook trying to find her the same way they are. It's like, are you serious? Even though we're not speaking.
I had to take the hell off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
So you think it's a cousin is what you're saying?
Supposedly, so this is what I've been getting feeding from the family. The baby father, quote unquote, allegedly was this Jose character. And Jose was a cousin of some young black dude. They sent me a picture of it that goes to Terry. It went to Terry Park, but now goes to Repo. Oh, okay. You know, and my son says that he goes to the gym class or whatever, and he knows the kid. He doesn't know him, but he knows what he looks like. Yeah. So, from that I don't know. From that, that's all I know.
That's all you really got. Yeah, I got you, man.
So, you know, they said that her card was used at a Wendy's in Bay Meadows, and then her card again was purchasing internet device some sort, and they were over outside some lady's house. This is the information that we.
By steering the conversation toward Iyana's pregnancy and some unnamed high school boy, is quietly pulling every eye off of himself.
Well, originally, this is originally the first thing was they accused me of having inappropriate relations.
Okay. But that wasn't it. That fallout came through Mama. I had an issue with Mama because we was living in Mama house.
The
we
first,
had that issue.
But you started talking to them again after that.
Yeah, we started talking, but not like we used to.
Yeah,
it was like on a matter of fact, I did block all the messages. When this here came up, it was like I think it was like December 5th.
This is crazy.
Is when that came, and I just blocked everybody. So we haven't had any communication since then. Because I mean, I know the girls that spoke with him.
There's a crack in the story, and it's one the detectives almost miss. Jonathan lets slip that Iyana's parents cut him off over suspicions of an inappropriate relationship with her. It's a throwaway line to him, but to the case, it's a landmine. On the surface, Iyana's disappearance looks like every other case, a teenager running from a secret too big to carry. But underneath, something far darker is stirring, and one question refuses to go away. Why was she walking toward that junkyard, and who was waiting for her there? Iyana is gone, and so is her secret. The identity of her baby's father still remains a mystery. When detectives start combing through the junkyard and reconstructing every minute of that timeline, a sickening truth starts to claw its way to the surface. The father of Iyana's unborn child may not be some secret boyfriend from school. It points to a man consumed by desperation to protect his marriage, his reputation, and a secret so horrific it could destroy everything he's built. And piece by piece, the detectives are realizing he may be willing to go to any length to keep her silent, permanently. As the investigation is closing in, detectives discover that Jonathan works at the very junkyard where Iyana was last seen, instantly making him a person of interest. He is arrested and dragged into the interrogation room where he's now about to fight for his life, trying to tip the scales of justice back in his favor.
I've had better days.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. There's a lot of things going on.
Jonathan, I met you at your house before. We talked, texted about it.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you've met
No, I have not.
Texted Miller.
Likewise.
There's been a lot happened. We need to talk about, okay? I want to listen to everything you got to say, but naturally I'm going to have questions. Can't really ask those questions unless I go through your rights. And this is a way to protect you, okay? So,
what can you tell me? Why do you think you would be here?
I've been accused many times by the.
How would they think what would they think is inappropriate?
Well, let's say this: the first time that it was brought to anybody's attention, they didn't hear it directly from them. I heard it from, and she mentioned that that they think that I was the reason it turned out, but in having sex with a guy that was over 21 across the street. So, but prior to this, we've had complications. They will pick on my wife. My wife has a little bit of, she needs medication to kind of stay level.
Okay.
So my wife is pretty blunt, and she just doesn't take too much from anybody.
Right.
She loves real deep, and she just tries to keep everybody together. So some things just don't make sense to her because she's very plain Jane.
Right.
But once my wife was almost happened to get admitted into the hospital, I had it with them. I'm telling you, I could be under a truck, fixing on a truck, and I'll drop what I'm doing to come and help them move or wherever the case may be. So with seeing my wife deteriorating the way she was, I couldn't deal with it no more. So I sent the mass text out to every. Said, listen, you guys got my wife. You've been picking on my wife all this here time. I've been staying out of it because this is type of deal. I can't do it no more. I'm done with it. I don't want to hear none of your drama. You leave your stuff out there on the side of the road, wherever you're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I'm not gonna come and help you. I'm not gonna do nothing. You've just been nothing but drama in my life and my wife's life. I'm keeping my distance from you guys. From that point on, this is about. I'm horrible with dates. I'm horrible with times. I want to say about a year, maybe a little bit more than a year ago.
Okay.
And from that point on, it's been just rocky roads with me.
Detectives are closing in, methodically dismantling the unsettling closeness between Jonathan and his missing niece, a dynamic her own parents had quietly feared for years. Jonathan tries to throw them off the scent, bringing up a 21-year-old Iyana had reportedly been seeing, desperate to prove that he had no motive to hurt her.
Separately, together, and it's been, nope, he's never been inappropriate with me, and it's, I don't have nothing to hide, I got kids older than them,
right.
And she says, listen, I never thought that way, but, and it kind of got brushed under the tables. I still didn't talk to Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I didn't talk to them no more. And
are they the older ones?
Those are the older ones,
okay.
Correct. I didn't talk to them anymore because those are the ones that started with the nonsense. And after they got that, I wish they would stop asking these questions. This is just getting ridiculous. They treat you so wrong and all that their stuff. Once that passed and that blew over, everything was good. They're staying the night, weeks on end at the house. We're going fishing together. We're doing pretty much everything.
Right.
And then from that point,
and this was this past year.
This was
2018.
18, maybe 17 into 18.
Okay.
Then after that,
he insists that whatever tension once existed between him and Iyana's parents had since been long buried. He is still the perfect uncle, he claims, devoted to her and her siblings. Her demise? Nothing to do with him.
Got caught with some boy or whatnot. They went through, found out a sexual relationship with a boy that was 17, and turned out that he was 21 across the street. And then that turned into the reason that was because I had to out, whatnot. So
when you say,
I'm sorry. Meaning that I had to introduce.
So you had full what they're saying.
Pretty much that I had initiated learning about, and this is the reason why running around, and then after that situation happened. So it was like, well, the first time she says, nope, our relationship was just gotten better. I'm not trying to ruin that because, we always help. Mm-hmm. She's like almost on a minimum wage salary. Her lights always getting cut off. We always help them feed the needed a break and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So she supposedly was on the wall with it, like, oh, hold on. But then again, as time passed, my wife made me aware. She never stopped them from, questioning them and stuff like that. But anyway, after that situation happened, they questioned, and they questioned both of them again. I never get, fresh with you guys or come out of character or anything like that with you guys. And boom, again, nope, and
when was that?
This is the thing. That was definitely in 2018.
Okay.
I'm not too sure.
Year,
I would say towards the middle
okay.
Yeah, like maybe
June,
beginning
July,
to the middle,
summer.
something like that. Yeah.
So they questioned the second time.
Said no, nothing ever. He's never been appropriate. He's only to us. Now,
he knows exactly what's at stake. His only way out of that room is a desperate gamble. He has to convince detectives that his bond with his dead niece was nothing but ordinary.
They were inappropriate.
Well, I would just say what they were saying, and again, this is not something that they came directly to talk to me about, because had they did, I would have whipped out my phone and say, hey, no, this is what we talk about every day, and the majority
so you talk
of
to
it.
them on the phone?
Yeah, I talk to them.
You talk to them. What do you? So what do you use? Facebook?
No.
Instagram?
Me
Okay.
about Snapchat.
Okay.
I didn't know nothing about Snapchat. I didn't even know
gotta
what
give
the
it
hell.
time.
But the detectives are finally gaining ground when Jonathan admits that he'd been messaging Iyana on Snapchat using disappearing messages, no less. The room shifts. Suddenly, there's a lot more to this story than he's letting on. What were they really talking about? And why choose an app built to erase the evidence?
I know that's their language.
So, that's what me how to do, and then something about score streaks. So you send pictures in the morning, and then in the afternoon or whatever, as much pictures as you can send, like selfies or whatever, or even the sky, whatever. You get like a certain score streaks or whatever. I still don't understand that too well, but that's what we normally communicated through. And the reason why is because, it kind of sounds like incriminating now, but it's because the message is delete, and there's a lot of things that they come tell me about, and that, about just their everyday struggles being in home, because they never wanted to be home, and that was just something that they didn't, because it's happened before, and I'm pretty sure that's how it happened with the guy across the street. When text messages and saw all this here stuff that they were talking about, and also prior to that, was talking to about their living situation. And
because contrary to his claims of being the doting uncle, the messages recovered from his phone tell a chilling story. In them, he's threatening her, warning her he's angry enough to hurt her, and that he'd rather see her dead than let her go. Every word about being a good uncle is starting to sound less like the truth and more like a performance.
So let me tell you how I got involved with this case, because if that were the case, I wouldn't be involved.
Absolutely.
Right? Because that sounds like a non-starter. Right?
Correct.
They were looking on computer.
Correct.
And so they're finding stuff on the computer that authoring that's implying a relationship with you. Almost like a love affair.
Well, I also read the same thing because I took a picture of it and sent it to my wife, and this was
so
the
you
first
saw
time I did.
Okay.
And this is the first time that we were introduced to the police. They came to the house. This is after away, and they came to the house searching through our house.
Right.
So yes, I also read it, and it was a character
what do you make
named
of that?
Jose. This blew my mind all the way around, because it's a lot of stuff in that thing we actually did talk about, about having relations and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that is there that makes sense, and then there's other stuff that is like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense at all. This is not something that we've ever talked about. So
but some of it almost is pertaining to your house or your home, and so because there was like 4 pages.
I only saw the I think 2 or whatever.
But in reflect, right? So and in there as well.
Correct.
So that's how I met. So what do you would tell me if I asked about those 4 pages?
Well, for what I was made aware, agreeing that the Jose character was me. Mentioned that was me, and like I explained to my wife, and I also got a text message from, I'm thinking of talk like that through the text message. Like I mentioned to the person, that whoever was text messaging me, I said, what the hell, pretty much what's going on, because at first she and the message started like, are you mad at me? This is something Adobe phone. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that meant. It's like an Adobe phone. I still got text message in my phone. And it mentioned are you mad at me? And then I says, hey baby, how you doing? This, how was your summer vacation? Oh, well, I mean your Christmas vacation and stuff like that. Why would I be mad at you? And then, but because I told, and I'm like, hold on, who is this? Is this my daughter or this?
Jonathan keeps spinning his story, wearing the detectives down. But it isn't erasing the growing suspicion that he was far more entangled with his niece than he is admitting. And for a man who'd love to be seen as a devoted husband and father, if that entanglement is confirmed, it hands detectives exactly what they need. A motive. The kind of motive that far too often ends in murder.
You know why that you had sex?
I have no idea.
Because
no.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
That you had sex, want to have sex with you.
That is absolutely absurd. No. Okay. I've never, ever got it out of line. Got inappropriate. If anything, I've always been trying to educate them on.
So there would be no reason to have any of your DNA?
Nope. Nope, not at all. In fact, if anything, you guys took my DNA at the house, correct?
So your DNA?
Nope.
So if I were to tell you that I found some underwear that had your DNA in it, how would you explain that?
That is not, there's no way in shape in any form.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way.
It's 16.
Yeah.
Were you aware of that?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
It's 16, but what happened. It's done. It's over with. The main focus right now.
Detectives roll out surveillance footage from the junkyard, zeroing in on their darkest theory yet. Jonathan used the site to dispose of his niece's remains. Then comes the gut punch. Iyana's underwear, recovered from the dump site on the property, with his DNA found on it. And the footage doesn't lie. It places him walking into that junkyard on the very day she vanished. Now, with very few spots to hide, it's time for him to account for every second of that day.
Did you know that truck number 7 picked up the rollaway garbage on December 20th from the landfill?
I don't know what truck number. What are you talking about as far as
the large container that takes about a week to fill up?
Oh, and
at your work.
At your work?
Oh, I don't know what trucks pick them.
Yeah, truck 7 picked up the garbage that day.
Okay.
Do you know where they took it?
I would assume I work for the garbage company, private landfill. I guess, yeah. It's either
specific where they take, like everywhere. It's amazing with the landfill how they have everything gridded out, like to the T.
Okay.
If this table were in the middle of that landfill, they could find it for me. That's
like
how
I said,
fast.
I don't think you're a bad guy.
No.
Okay.
The detectives shift tactics, telling him gently that he is not the bad guy here. A classic move. Sympathy dressed up as a trap, designed to lower his guard. Seasoned criminals usually spot it coming a mile away. The question hanging in the air, will he?
Exactly what happened.
With what? Are you? I mean, what are you guys implying?
So
Let's just put it out on the table. For
we are telling you that we know where the contents of that bin went, and you're sitting in here, and we even know the truck number.
Yeah, look through it. I mean, I have nothing.
No, we're here.
Okay.
To discuss the day that was filled up.
Yeah,
we're here to discuss the contents of the dumpster at your work.
Yeah, this whatever goes through, whatever comes out the vehicles usually go into a yellow bin, and then from there it gets dumped into the thing. Sometimes the tire guys on the concrete plant, they have like a blue basket or whatnot. It'll get dumped into another yellow bin.
So I'm in here discussing with you. Who am I discussing with you? Not car parts, right?
So you assume you're trying.
Okay? So,
We've talked to a lot of people. We've done a lot of research. We've done everything, okay? Because we were trying. So we're looking into everything. We're turning over every stone because it serves.
Yes.
All right. It's time to bring them closure. It's time to get through this, and it's time to put all this out on the table. All right.
I wish I could help you. I don't have any information as far as the whereabouts. And as far as the DNA you guys talking about, that is,
there's just no argument.
yeah, I can understand that, but I mean,
But you understand, like, I wouldn't bring you in here if that wasn't 100%, because that would be like the craziest fishing expedition. Listen
can understand
to
that.
me,
Yeah.
honey, look me in the face. I would never bring you in here if I did not have that DNA 110%, because I would know that I was fishing in the dark, and I don't fish in the dark, ever, ever. I think you are a genuinely kind person. And I say that sincerely. I just look at me.
I'm looking at you.
I don't fish in the dark, my dear.
Okay.
I've been doing this so long. Long in the tooth. And I'm telling you right now, I did not bring you in here to go fishing in the dark either.
You say you got DNA on me? I mean, I'm not trying to
that
insult
has nothing
you.
To, listen, that has nothing
or
to
anything
do.
like
That has
that.
nothing
You're
to do
implying
with.
about a dumpster or whatnot at the job as if I had something to do with experience, and this is what you guys are pushing towards me. You know, but you're not saying it. I mean, you're kind of beating around the bush with it. Just tell me what you guys are implying. You're implying that I had something to do with disappearance, and then and possibly being a dumpster. Is that where this is going right now?
We believe you're responsible for this, yes.
Okay.
Jonathan isn't budging. He holds the line. The loving family man who'd never hurt a fly, let alone his own niece. If detectives are going to break him, they need something undeniable. And unbeknownst to him, they have a phone call from someone close to him, offering details too specific, too damning, to be anything but true.
Can you tell me why the brother that has your back would make a phone call and tell us in such great detail? Great detail. Must have been suffering.
Everything he's told us is lining up. Your job's cooperating.
Yeah.
They've got the cadaver dog back there in the back where the old cars are. Okay. We tracked down the dumpster who picked it up, confirmed that it was picked up on the same day, just like you told them.
Well, like I told who? My brother?
Your brother.
No.
How would someone in New York know all these things?
Me and my brother talk a lot. And
Yeah,
Threw her
that's
phone
right.
off the bridge.
Yeah.
How would he know so many details? And honey, he's in another state.
Yeah.
He's describing your workplace. He's like laying it out.
I've been
But why
on
would
video
he do that?
chat with him.
Why would
multiple
he do
times.
that though?
Video chat's not going to cover all that. You know that.
No. Video chat. I've been on video chat, and he knows my workplace because I stay. I
No.
work.
Besides that, he is so detailed.
I don't know what he have told you.
He told us.
He told us the truth.
No.
He told us you tried choking.
No.
Listen to me. Look at me, hon. It's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
To choke someone. And he said that it was making you sick.
No.
And it was making you sick, looking, probably listening, begging you, gurgling,
Panicked.
panicked.
I'm so sorry, guys.
And he said that
This is
you
not-
got really upset,
No.
and then you ended up. I don't know why your brother would say all that. I mean, is he as imaginative?
No.
Do you know
My
what
brother.
I mean?
My brother. He sent me a message stating that he was gonna go
So he
over
told
to the
you?
police. Oh yeah, absolutely. He said he sent me a message today that he was
But
gonna
why
go
would
to the
he
police.
do that? He's your
No.
brother, and you love each other. Why? What would even
No.
make him want to do that?
Yeah. look, my brother Joe, I don't know what the hell is going on with him, but
he loves you.
I assume he does. I mean,
He does.
yeah.
Go ahead and talk.
My brother, when
Jonathan, in the end, what you're telling me is, I'm a great guy. I'm a loving guy. I do nothing but love my family and my extended family. I was raised right. I'm a good guy. I love my wife, love my children. But for some reason, every single bit of your support system and love that totally surrounds the world of Jonathan has agreed. Jonathan, and he got rid of his body in a dumpster. Number what?
Truck number 7.
Truck number 7. And truck number 7, on that very day, has an absolute place exactly where they have to dump their stuff. It's all done on computer. It's a big fat grid. It's amazing.
no, I'm well aware of the
And the brother from New York's calling us with details. Are you kidding? And you're looking at us like, I'm such a great guy. I don't even know why I'm sitting in here. And I have to tell you.
Excuse my.
Say those things unless someone made them. Reliving with you. And told me you on monthly times of you having described to me was so jealous exactly what you did with your what you did here and there and what make you happy, and into great detail about so jealous. Has no reason to lie.
Yeah,
Where's the pay? No trips to the beach, no trips to the pool, no fabulous stay at your house anymore, right? Persona non grata at your house. The house you said. We're just harming you. Texting you, apologizing that you're even being drugged down like this. Where is the payoff to talk about you? Where is that?
Hey guys, I'm sorry. Hey, we got something we need to look at real quick.
Okay.
We'll be with you in a second. I appreciate it.
Do you need some water? Okay.
Iyana's remains were never found. Prosecutors believe Jonathan had disposed of her body in a dumpster, one that was hauled away to an industrial debris landfill before anyone even knew where to look. Then came the tip that changed everything. Jonathan's own brother came forward and revealed that Jonathan had admitted his role in Iyana's death. What he didn't know was that his confession to a family member would be the very thing that sealed his fate. Jonathan was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, one for Iyana and one for her unborn child. At trial, the twist kept coming. A colleague from the junkyard testified to something chilling. Jonathan had driven his van on at least 2 separate occasions into a section of the yard employees never went near. It was a kind of detail that meant nothing on its own, until it meant everything. Naomi Mobley, by then his wife, delivered a gut-wrenching detail of her own. In the days before Iyana disappeared, Jonathan had been visibly on edge, pacing, distracted, unable to sit still. But the night she vanished, something changed. He slept like nothing had happened, as a weight had finally lifted. Prosecutors seized on it as a tell of a guilty conscience. Then came the twist no one saw coming. Jonathan's brother took the stand and described in chilling detail how Jonathan had confessed to killing Iyana and dumping her body, knowing full well it would be hauled away that same day. According to him, Jonathan had lured Iyana to the junkyard with a promise that the 2 of them were about to run away together. It was a lie built on months of manipulation, and Iyana had believed every word of it. The final blow came from Iyana's own sister. Her testimony revealed something the investigation hadn't fully grasped until that moment. Jonathan's relationship with Iyana hadn't started that year or even the year before. It began when she was only 13 years old. In the end, despite a hard-fought defense, the jury wasn't convinced. Jonathan Keeler was sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences. This video reflects information available at the time of production. While every effort was made to ensure accuracy, some details may have been limited, evolving, or subject to change if new developments emerged.